So now that you've sent the review request to your customers, when they respond to your email with a review, what do you do, right? So let me show you the system that will handle the reviews when they're coming. So of course you're going to be building this on make.com. So sign up for free and click create scenario here. Our first module is going to be watching for emails because we did send them an email. So we're going to be watching for that emails when they respond to us. So what we want here is emails. I want to watch when a new email is received, and of course choose your connection. We want to say inbox. I want to do maybe only unread emails, and then we leave every other thing as it is. But if you are sure that they are going to, send in with a particular word like, oh, I have a review or I have a testimonial or whatever, to me, I would say leave it blank because we're going to use AI to analyze that response and see if it is a review or not. So leave everything else as it is and click on save. Choose when you want it to start. You can do all emails or you can do from now on, whatever works for you. I would say do from now on if you already had like your email existing before now, so just do from now on so that it will start running from now instead of going back to the ones that you already handled. So you will click save here, and your next module is going to be the OpenAI module that analyzes the message that it got to see, that will analyze the email to see if the email is a review or if it's not a review. So we want it to actually do three things. We want it to tell us if it is a review or not, and we want it to also tell us if it's a bad review or a good review, right? So we do the next module here and we do OpenAI. Yes, so we want to generate a completion here. So go ahead and establish your connection. And for the module, I always like to go lower for this testing phase. Of course, you can increase this when, if we actually need it up and running. But for the testing phase, we like to keep it smaller, just so I'm not pointing to my tokens. So this is my text. I want you to analyze the response you were given from if it's a review or not. If it's a review, I want you to analyze it. If it's a bad review or a good review for my business. If the review is a bad response, if the review is bad, respond bad review. If the review is good, respond good review. If it is not a review, respond not a review. So the next message I'm going to put here is going to be, I want you to analyze an email to determine. So the email here is going to be body. So with email subject, just in case the person decides to put a subject, but if they don't, that's still fine. So you want to do subject here, and then we want to do email body here, and then we reduce our tokens to 1000, and we save this and we save this. So we're going to add the next step, which is going to be the step that handles any of the response that we get. So we are saying we want you to tell us not a review, bad review, good review. So we are going to have a router that would go in the different routes depending on the response that we get from our OpenAI module. So we're going to click on add a module, and we're going to do flow control here, and we add a router here. So I want 3 here. So the first one I want you to handle is not a review. So I'm going to do not review here. And then the condition is if the response here contains not review. So I'm going to save this. And the second one is going to be good review. I already have this here. So it's going to be if the result here contains good review. And the last one is going to be bad review. I already have this here. So I'll do result here, bad review. And I'll save this, and of course always remember to save. So for the first route, which is not a review, of course we are not going to be saving that or handling that. We just want to receive a notification that we have a new message, so we can just go to our email and respond to that message or look through it and see if it's something that needs our audience attention or something. So that's just what we need for something that's not a review. We just need to receive a notification that we have a message. So for us to be able to receive this notification, I have my iPhone here, so I want to receive the notification that I have a new email to respond to. That's all I want. If it is not a review, So what you can do here, or whoever is in charge of responding to customer emails, so that person is going to receive that notification that they have a new email to respond to. Because if it's not a review, it is not the marketing people or the sales people's duty to respond to that email. It's going to be the customer rep or whoever is in charge of responding to emails, right? So we want to add the notification here. So what we want to do is add a device here. So what we want to do is send this to a device. So I have an Apple iOS. So I want to send it to Apple iOS, which is going to come in as a push notification. So I want it to just come into as your text message would come into a phone. So that's how I want it to come into. That's how I want it to come into the person's phone, whoever is supposed to be in charge of responding to that particular message that is not a review, right? So I want that person to receive that notification that there is a new, message. So I already have my device connected, but if you want me to do a dedicated video on how you can connect your mobile device to your make.com to be able to, set up something like this, you can just let me know in the comment. So the title can be new email, and then the body is there is a new email to look at. So of course you want it to deliver immediately because you don't want it to wait. You want it to be, oh, as the person is sending that email, so that someone will be there to respond to them. So you save this, and that is going to run perfectly. So for the bad review route, for the good review route, we want OpenAI to draft a good response to them and tell them, oh, thank you for trusting us. Then we are glad that you liked the service and all of that kind of thing, and tell them maybe we're looking forward to hearing from you again. Just any kind of response, right? So what we want to do here is OpenAI here wants to generate a completion. So for the message here, we're going to say you will be responding to it to and based on the email content, tell the customer, tell the client that we're happy that we are glad we have them or whatever. So this is going to be the email. So you put the subject here, email body here. So we do the text here, and then we save, and then we save. Right. So the third one is going to be the bad review. We also want to send it. We also want to send them the first response. We tell them, oh, we are sorry that you didn't, you didn't like our service. Please hold on. Someone's going to reach out to you and see how we can rectify this, and all those kind of things. So that's what we want the third one to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and clone this and put this here and delete this one. Right. So now that I have this, I would want to go in here and say you're responding based on the content. Tell the customer that we are sorry that they didn't like our services, that a marketing expert will reach out to them to rectify that. I mean, of course, your prompt should be better depending on your business, and the input here is still the same. So you save this and you save this. So our next module for the good review is going to be sending the email. But ideally, this email just came in, so you might want to add a sleep module that makes you sleep for like 5 to 10 minutes before going ahead to send that response email. Because actually, once this comes in, it just runs through in less than 20 minutes, in less than 20 seconds. So you don't want it to be that the client just sends the email and they're already receiving a response, right? So you want to remove that that robotic feel. So that's why you want it to sleep for a minute, or whatever works. But for me, since this is a test system, I'm just going to make it sleep for 1 second. But for yours in an actual setting, you might want it to sleep for like 20 seconds, 30 seconds before going ahead to send the email. So you want to add a sleep module here. I will leave it at that 1 second. So the next module I want to add is the module that sends the email. Oh, what I did forget to do is that I was supposed to generate this in a JSON so that I can. So what I will do here is always generate. in a JSON HTML format. Yes, so now that we have that, we put that down here as well. So we are going to save this, and we're going to save this. The next module that we're going to need is going to be the JSON module that breaks down the, because when ChatGPT generates this email, it's going to generate it with everything clustered together. So you want it to, split it into the components. So you want to be able to split it into its component parts, which is going to be the email subject and the email body. I think we did not even, you will be responding to one email. Right, so we're going to add our JSON here, and we're going to do JSON here, and we're going to pass a JSON here. So for this purpose, I'm going to have to unlink this and send the response send the data that it needs into this Gmail so that it can run with it. So what I want to do is send an email. So I want to be able to send an email here. So I'm going to go ahead and send this email right now. Now that that is sent, I can just say, choose a specific time. So I can just say today, which is 15. So I should make this run now so that you'll see the email that just came in today. So you see it's generating the response for me. Okay, so it has done that for me. Let me see. Yes, so that's the email it pulled here. So it has generated the response here for me. So I'm going to have to copy this, connect this back, put my JSON here. So I'm going to be creating a new data structure for my JSON. So I'm going to add these, and then I'll call these customer reviews. So click on generate here, and then you put in your sample data here, and then you save. And then you save this. In your JSON string, you're going to be putting this, and then you save this. Right, so once you save that, your next module is going to be the email module, the module that actually goes ahead to send that email. If you prefer it, make a draft for you so that your team member can go back and look at that. You can also pick that as well, or you can just allow it to send the message directly to the client. So for this, I think I'll make it send the message. So say send an email here. Go ahead and establish your connection. And when you've done that, you're going to see recipient here. So it's going to be the email address that this came from. So the subject here is going to be here, and then the content here is going to be here, and then you save, and then you save. The last thing you want to do here is to put this review that you have into your database, so that way, if you need it for a meeting with your next client, you need it for content on your you need it for content on your social media, your website, whatever you need to do with those testimonials and reviews, so that you can get more clients, right? You can always have those reviews readily available in your database. So you want to create that review inside your database. So the next thing, for this, I'm going to be using Google Sheets. You can use Airtable or whatever database that you would prefer. Since I've been working with Google Sheets, let's just keep it moving with Google Sheets. So I'm going to be adding a row. So of course, I'm going to establish my connection here. I'm going to choose my spreadsheet. That's what it's called, my spreadsheet here. I think I doing the wrong connection. So you're going to come here and you choose your spreadsheet here. So in my own case, my spreadsheet is called comments. Yeah. You're going to choose your sheet ID, your sheet name. My sheet name is called customer review. So we want to put this, which is the email here, and then want to put the review, which is the message that came in here, and then you save, and then we save, right? So for the bad review, we are just going to duplicate all the modules that we have for the good review, apart from the last module, which creates the review in our database, because we don't want to have a database of our bad reviews. Like, we want those bad reviews to be fixed. So what we are going to switch that one to is going to be a direct message to maybe a marketing person, to reach out to the person and see how we can resolve the issue, so that maybe we can give them like a discount for their next purchase, their next service, or something like that. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to clone this. put it here, clone this as well, put it here, clone this as well, put it here. So you make the necessary update here, and we save this. So for the email, you also do this. And we do this, and then we save. So the last module in the battle review is going to be a module that sends a notification to some in the marketing channel, say on Slack, for them to reach out to the client so that they can handle that and see whatever the client's issue was. Maybe we were too late, we're not professional enough, whatever the issue was, we can see how someone can reach out to that client and try to fix that by proposing maybe like a little extension in their service or whatever just needs to be done so that the customer can feel good about using our service. That is what we are always trying to aim at, trying to make sure that every customer works out of our business happy. So we are going to see how we can fix that, right? So we are going to send a message to someone on Slack. So we do this and we send a message. You can do like a private message if there's like a specific person, maybe like a client relationship person that takes care of all client relationship, or if there is like a team of people who want to send it to a channel. So whatever you prefer. So we're going to select the channel ID from the list. So if it's a public channel, you're going to pick this public channel. If you want to send a direct message to someone, you can send this. So let's say we do a public channel so that we can send it to the marketing, channel. And then we do all team, we do the channel name here and we want to say there is a bad response. Please attend to the client. So we pick the client's email address here so that it will be easier for the person by going in to locate the email. So we save that. And we set the entire scenario, and so we are done. This system is simply just going to pick up all reviews, check if it's a bad review, and then it's going to fix it. If it's a good review, it updates our database. If it's not a review, it sends a notification to whoever is supposed to handle that particular, whoever is in charge of handling messages that are not reviews. I really hope you found this useful. So let me put in data into it again and try to run it. I think I'm going to make it a bad review. So let me compose something else. So I've sent a bad review into the system. So let me go back now and try to run it. It's asking me to choose when to start. So I'm going to choose the specific date, which is going to be now. So now that I have a good review and a bad review, let me change my return to 2 so that it can run with that for me. So it can run both of them for me. So I'm going to run this. You can see if it has picked up the bad review. So it has generated a response there, and yeah, I sent it to me on Slack. So let me see the message it sent. So let me show the message it sent on my Slack. Yeah, I said, please attend to, it mentioned there is a bad review, attend to, and here is the response. Here is the email I got. This is the reply here, and it says, we are sorry about your recent experience. We strive to provide professional, respectful staff at all times, and regret that we fell short of this. As a member of our marketing team will reach out to you shortly to better understand what happened and work with you to find a satisfactory solution. Thank you for bringing this to attention. We value your feedback and hope to restore your confidence in our services. This is very beautiful, if you ask me. So with a system like this, you'll be sure that all bad reviews are attended to promptly, and all reviews and all good reviews are stored into your database. So you would have enough data or enough testimonial and reviews for your next speech, for your social media posts, for your website, and all of the above. I really hope you found this very helpful. I really hope that you would build something like this for your business. And I'm going to be seeing you in my next one. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, please, and like this and share this to any other business owner that you would think that will find this very useful. I'm going to be seeing you in my next one. But if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments. I'm going to be responding to all of your questions. And if you want me to build something like this, a custom setup for your business, you can feel free to reach out to me on my LinkedIn. It's going to be tagged in my profile. You can reach out to me there, and I'm going to make sure I deliver. So thank you so much for sticking around. I'm going to see you in my next one. Mwah!